I need help. It's Michael, aka Oscar Man. To be more specific, I need your help. There are some performances that won Oscars in the Best Supporting Actor and Actress category, and I ask myself, why? So I'm calling upon your expertise to enlighten me on what I may have missed, or if you agree with me. Let's begin with a more recent winner that I never understood, Patricia Arquette in Boyhood. I sat through this 3+ hour 2014 film and actually liked it. I thought Ethan Hawke was excellent and deserved his nomination. But toiling through this opus, I kept waiting and waiting and waiting to see why Arquette's performance was considered the standout. I didn't see anything coming even close to resembling award worthy. For me, Arquette was just blah, as boring as her acceptance speeches. No highs, no lows. In addition to the Oscar, Arquette won 25 awards. So tell me, did you think this performance justified an Oscar win? And if so, what did I miss? The year before, 2013's Dallas Buyers Club was another film I thought had merit. It wasn't a story I knew much about, and I thought Matthew McConaughey gave a career best performance deserving of his Best Actor Oscar. That said, there were also raves from the critics and public for Jared Leto's supporting turn as a trans woman living with HIV. On paper, this role had Oscar written all over it. The film's director said Leto fully immersed himself into the character, stating, "I never saw Jared while filming." Like Arquette, Leto too won 25 awards in addition to the Oscar. I thought he was fine, but I didn't see anything in his performance that said, "This is an Oscar winner." If you saw this film and feel I need my eyes and perhaps my brain checked, post in the comments section and tell me why. Laura Dern has a strong acting pedigree. The daughter of Oscar nominees Bruce Dern and Diane Ladd, Laura Dern beat them both to the Oscar stage with her win for 2019's Marriage Story. Once again, broken record here. I liked the film, particularly Scarlett Johansson's Best Actress nominated performance. Yet all I heard about was Dern's outstanding turn as a tough divorce lawyer. And again, I watched and I waited for what was surely going to be a performance that blew me away. But it never did. Did she do her job? Did she effectively convey her character's motives? Absolutely. Was this performance so amazing that her being considered the shoo-in for Best Supporting Actress was justified? Not to me. She was very good. And in addition to taking home the Oscar, she also received more than a dozen accolades for her work. I wonder, was Laura Dern caught up in the critical wave of superlatives for Marriage Story, or do you think she gave an Oscar-worthy performance? I like Brad Pitt, and I'm happy he's an Oscar-winning actor. Do I need to say it at this point? I thought Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was a good film, though a tad long and it came apart at the end. Playing an affable, charming stunt double is something Pitt could do in his sleep. He made the role look effortless. But I have to tell you, after the film was over, I didn't say, "Wow, Brad Pitt was fantastic." What I did say was, "He'll get the Oscar," but without much enthusiasm. And yeah, I voted for him at the SAG Awards, but it was more due to his likability and his 30+ year career. And sure, I can be shallow too. Pitt won 15 additional awards for his performance, so I doubt this was a career Oscar. Can you point me to a scene or two where he did something that beckoned an Academy Award? I've always liked Lee Grant. She has done both comedy and drama equally well in her long career. Grant was already a two-time nominee when she finally bagged the Oscar for 1975 Shampoo, controversial at the time of its release for its story of a Beverly Hills hairdresser who sleeps with virtually everyone he meets, save Jack Warden. Lee Grant almost quit the film because of a misunderstanding with her co-star Warren Beatty.
And Warren came up to me and I said, I'm quitting. He said, why? I said, because you're my hairdresser and you're directing me. And my hairdresser doesn't direct me in a film. The director directs me. And he said, okay, all right, you don't want me to direct you? I won't direct you, okay.
I don't know, I didn't find this film all that funny, despite repeated viewings over the years. Yes, Shampoo had a great cast, none of whom were called upon to particularly stretch their comedic gifts. Grant won her Oscar for her role as a horny client who has an obsession for Beatty's character, demanding that he satisfy her needs no matter when or where they meet. As Felicia, Lee Grant didn't have a whole lot to do in the film, and I honestly can't fathom how she won an Oscar for what little she did do. Those who thought she was Oscar worthy call upon two specific scenes: when she is hysterical in the salon, and the one she discussed disagreeing with Beatty about. She's good, she's amusing, but no way could I have checked the box next to her name that year. I'm aware that the Academy was likely bestowing a combo apology/career Oscar upon Grant for the 10 plus years she was unjustly blacklisted from the industry. But I think an honorary Oscar would have been more suitable. For those who are on the opposite side of the fence with this win, tell me why this performance should be part of Oscar history. Here are some performances that won a supporting Oscar but won't be featured in this video. My reasons for not including them vary. In some cases, the films in which they appeared aren't really well known today. And in other cases, like this one, the performance is so universally despised, it's kind of a no-brainer, right? Overall, I didn't necessarily dislike the performances that you see here. There just wasn't anything special enough about them to even warrant discussion. If you have any thoughts about these performances, please share them in the comments. I'd love to hear if there's something you thought was great that I missed. Jason Robards won his second Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in 1977 for his role in Julia. To date, he is the only actor to achieve 2 consecutive wins in a row for this category. As always, Robards was good, this time as writer Dashiell Hammett. He was on screen for slightly less than 11 minutes, but that has nothing to do with my utter confusion about this win. Robards is in a couple of scenes, which he basically could have phoned in. I have no problem with an actor winning twice in a row, but I cannot understand how this performance, which could have been played by a host of other actors, garnered him a second Oscar. Even Robards didn't show up to receive his statue as he did the previous year. I know a lot of you loved this film. Was there an additional scene I didn't see? I need to understand this win. Help me. There's one more performance I want to discuss. I've alluded to it in prior videos. But before I do, I want to express my gratitude to you for taking the time to watch this video. I enjoy creating them, and I'm always pleasantly surprised to find that others share my passion for the Oscars and its long, sometimes frustrating history. I would appreciate it if you would hit the like button at the video's conclusion, and if you're not already a member of our community, please join us by subscribing. I post a new video every week, as well as daily polls that are sometimes tortuous, but always fun. I want you to know that I have made every attempt humanly possible to understand why Mayushi Yumi won Best Supporting Actress of 1957 for her performance in the film Sayonara. I get it. She's sweet, she's innocent, she's in a doomed marriage to soldier Red Buttons. She shares her culture with him, and she expresses her frustration at not being who she thinks he wants her to be. The Academy loves a tragic story, and this couple carried it all the way to the stage at the Pantages Theater. But I'm baffled by this win, and I know Yumi has her defenders. Her victory was important because she became the first Asian to win an acting Oscar. But other than that, Why did Academy members award her for this performance, which I thought was no more than just okay? Sadly, Mayushi Yumi only made 4 more films, and by 1962, her film career ended. I wish she would have had more opportunities to demonstrate her dramatic talents. But based on her Sayonara performance alone, please tell me what she did that merited an Oscar. I think I'm done for now, but I'd like to know some supporting Oscar performances that you feel were, let's say, a question mark. So until we meet again, here is a line that Burt Reynolds suggested for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Though he passed away before shooting began, the line was used anyway.
My name's Cliff. I'm Rick Dalton's stunt double.
Stuntman.
Yeah,
You know you're kind of pretty for a stuntman.
that's what they tell me.